warm, but whatever. So let's go ahead and wrap the towel around your hands. And let's actually start with around the world. So we're going to reach up and around, putting some good tension on the towel. We're going to go 10 in each direction. And there's 10. So I'm going the other way. Try to keep your back flat, just squatting down as low as you can, almost like you're going to brush the floor. And 10. All right, pause at the top for a second. Let's get that first side to side. All right, reach it forward. Reach it up behind your head. Forward and up. And we're actually going to do some chops. And we just did some, but we're going to do it again. All right, shake the shoulders a little bit. So what we're going to do is come from one side, rotate across your body. But this time, what I want you to do is really pull with the top hand so you get a nice stretch behind your shoulder. We're going to do 3 more this way. 10. Woo, pause in the middle. Reach those shoulders towards the ceiling. And let's go to the other side. Two more. And 10. Woo, hello shoulders. All right, put that thing around your neck for just a second. And let's get some of these ones. You're going to put thumbs or fingertips on your shoulders. And we're just going to circle back. Kind of opening up the chest. Let's do 3 more. Oh yeah. All right, shake them out. And then we're going to go right into, I'm going to go a little bit closer with the towel, so maybe like 2 inches, 3 inches apart. And then from here, backward lunge. Every time you sink down, squeeze that back glute. Reach those shoulders towards the ceiling. I'm going for 10 on each side. All right, 1 more on each side. Oh yeah. Woo, we'll do a little more hip flexor on the ground here shortly. But for now, let's stand it back up. We're going to just sink forward. Let yourself hang down a little bit. Relaxing the shoulders. We're going to do a little bit of a pendulum. Kind of rocking back and forth. All right. And let's slowly roll it up. And reach up. Let's get 1 more side bend here. And then I'm going to go right into squat down and reach up. I know we've done a lot of squats today, but I love this pull on the back of the shoulder blades. Let's go for 10. Good tension on your towel. All right, last one here. Woo, hang out right there just for a second. You can rest your chest on your thighs. Oh, bring it down. All right, feet a little wider. We're gonna hang out in this deep squat for a second. Grab onto your feet, pushing backwards against the inside of your knees. We're just gonna rock back and forth a little bit. All right. And then pushing out against your knees, let's stand it up again. Reach it up. This time, interlace your fingers. Reach those shoulders for the ceiling. And let's go feet nice and wide. We got a couple more standing things before we hit the floor. All right, rewrap that towel. And I'm gonna go stationary lateral lunge now. Ideally, trying to keep your knees facing forward. You want to find that spot where you get a nice inner thigh stretch, and we're getting the shoulders again. You can't hear all those snap, crackle, pops in my shoulders, but I'm sure they're happening in yours too. Let's go 3 more of these to each side. And 3. All right, this time set the towel down for a second. Staying in this position, grab onto one foot, the bent knee. Here we're going to do a little T-spine rotation just right here. Eyes looking towards your fingers. And let's take that to the other side. Grab that other foot. All right. And once again, let's slowly stand that up. Maybe it wasn't so slow. We're still going to do some hamstrings, but first, actually, I'm going to go full kneel for this one. We're going to take this. I want you to go up over your head and then behind. Up and over, squeeze the shoulder blades. Down behind your head. Try to resist that urge to crank your neck forward. Let's go 3 more. Really squeezing the shoulder blades each time you bring the towel down. Reaching up, pulling on them as you reach up. All right. And before I stand it back up, let's take that towel, go ahead and put it behind your neck, and relax your head back just for a second there. All right, take that out. Let's get just a few more standing things, and then we're gonna hit the floor. So the first one I'm gonna do is one leg slightly bent, the other one is straight. I'm gonna go a little closer with the towel. Brush down and sweep it up, reaching at the top of the motion. You should feel a good hamstring stretch in the straight leg. If not, put it a little farther forward. And one more here. Woo, all right. reaching it up. Let's go to the other side. Three more here. And last one. And once again, as you bring it up, oh, reach those shoulders. And before we go to the floor, I'm going to do some upper body semicircles. So reaching forward, pulling around, just getting different angles on the shoulder blades. Let's do 5 in each direction. All right, pausing to go the other way. All right, let's pause up here. Actually, this time, take one hand behind you and pull towards the floor with the hand that's closer there. Woo, and take it the other way. All right, we're gonna get a little more hip flexor. So what I'm gonna do here, going into a half kneel, and I'm gonna take the towel and wrap it a little bit closer. So again, like a couple inches, and then I'm gonna lean in, reach up, squeezing that back glute, lean back. Here we're gonna do that 5 times. I want you really reaching, once again, squeezing that back glute, trying to keep your back nice and neutral. All right, and here's 5. Let's hang out there for just a second. Keep that back glute squeezed. Those shoulders are pulling forward. And then keeping your arms up. Let's bring it back to 90 degrees. Keeping that back glute squeezed. Let's do a little side bend right here. And bring your arms down. Pin your forearm on the front leg. And let's open up, eyes follow your hands. And then right here, I'm going to just come forward, keeping my one hand on the front knee. And we're going to make a couple semicircles. Eyes follow your hand. And one more. All right. Now, let's go ahead and take that towel, put it underneath your back foot, trying to grab it with your opposite hand. You're going to pull that back leg up. Oh. Squeeze the back glute just a little bit. That's going to make the thigh relax a little more. Reach up with the same arm. Slowly set that down. And straighten the front leg. Let's reach. Because wow, does that feel good. All right, before I go to the other side, I'm actually going to take one leg out to the side, just so you can see what I'm doing here. Take that out to the side, and you're going to just rotate that foot up and down a couple times. And then sort of sink back. Let's reach your hands forward first. Come back up, sink down one more time, this time taking that other arm underneath you. Try to grip with your elbow so you get a nice pull behind that shoulder blade. All right, bring it up. And let's go other leg forward. Rewrap your towel. So again, we're going to lean in. Squeeze that back glute, pulling the shoulders. Lean back. Let's do 2 more of those. All right, hang out there just for a second. Keep pulling on those shoulders. And bring it to 90 degrees. Little side bend here. You're squeezing that back glute. And bring it down. Pin that front forearm. And let's get 5 semicircles. We're trying to open up the chest. Increase the range of motion in the shoulder. Keep those eyes following your hands for 2 more. All right. And then grab your towel. Let's put it behind, or underneath, the back foot. Grabbing on with the opposite hand. Pull up. Try to really squeeze that back glute. And gently set it down. Straightening the front leg, reach with the opposite hand. Little static hamstring stretch there. All right. And then take opposite leg out to the side. Woo. Let's rotate towards the ceiling and back down. Last one. And sink it all the way back, reaching the hands forward. And come on up. Sink back again, reaching that opposite arm underneath. All right. Then from right here, I'm actually going to go into a tall plank position. I want to do a couple different hip rotator stretches here. So for the first, let's bring one leg underneath you. I want you to hang out there just for a second with your shoulders over your hands. We're getting the side of the hip, IT band a little bit. All right, bring it back out. Then bring that foot forward. We're going to go into that world's greatest stretch. Try to get that hand a little bit closer to your inside foot. Reach up. Go ahead and drop the back knee. And try to bring your arm a little farther behind you. And bring it down. Going right back into this tall plank position. Let's go ahead and get the other side. Shoot it underneath. Kind of fidget with the spot until you really feel a nice pull towards the glutes. Bring it back. Bring that foot up. Reach it up. And drop that back knee. Squeezing the back glute. Let's rotate a little more. Eyes following your hand. All right. Bring it right back here. Going back to the other leg. This time, bring it right up underneath you, bent. And we're going to sink right down over that. Hands come out in front. All right, come on back up. And let's take that to the other side. Sink yourself down over that. As much as you can, you're pulling on your shoulders as well. Wow, does that feel good? All right, come on up. Let's do one more. World's greatest to each side. So bring that either foot up, rotate out. Let's do a couple arm circles. Good, drop that back knee down. Keep the glute squeezed, looking towards your hand. All right, hands back in the middle. Let's take that to the other side. Right here, drop that back knee. All right. And let's come right here. I'm going to go on my knees a little bit wider. And actually, let's take one hand, plant it on the floor across your body. Okay, plant the other hand on top of it. We're going to sink the hips back. You should feel a really good pull behind that shoulder blade. Come on up, let's bring it to the middle. Hands together, thumbs facing the ceiling. All right, come on up, take it to the other side. Wow, does that feel good? All right, let's get a couple lying down. So I'm going to take towel around my right leg. And let's try to raise and lower the left leg 5 times. You should be getting a nice static stretch on the hamstring you're holding. And 5. All right, I'm bringing that leg straight down, taking this one across my body. Ooh, trying to keep the upper body where it is. All right, let's bring it to the middle. You're making that figure 4. We kind of did this face down, but let's do it here too. So you're holding on with the towel, hugging your knee. Let's rock back and forth just a little bit. All right, set that leg down, and let's take this one the other way. Trying to keep the arms where they are. And bring it back to the middle for the second round of figure 4, which is always better. Let's rock just a little bit. All right, let's go to the other leg. And raise and lower this one 5 times. And 5. All right, set it down. Let's drop that leg across your body. Let gravity take it. Oh my goodness. My hips are cement. That's okay. All right, bring it back to the middle. Oh, figure 4. Let's rock a little bit. Make sure you're putting some nice pressure on your knee with your hands and the towel with your foot. All right, set it down. Let's bring that leg the other way. Trying to keep this hip on the ground. There's the trick. All right, bring it back to the middle. Let's do this one more time. And set it down. Whew. All right, real quick, keep your arms out to the side. We're gonna let your hips just fall side to side 3 times. Let gravity take them. Upper body stays still. All right, let's roll it up. And we're gonna get a quick rear foot elevated hip flexor stretch here. And I'm gonna try to launch you about 30 seconds early instead of keeping you 30 seconds over, as usual. All right, let's come right here. Interlace those fingers. I want you to reach up towards the ceiling. Once again, squeeze that back glute, trying to get your butt as close to your foot as you can without arching your back. And then let's get a little side bend there. Drop that hand down, pin it on your front knee. Let's open up the chest one more time. And go ahead and let's switch legs. All right. Interlace those fingers. Reach towards the ceiling. Oh, squeeze that back glute. I know you get tired of me saying that, but the stretch is so much better that way. And give yourself just a little side bend. And drop it down. Let's open up. Awesome. All right, very last thing we're going to do here, and that is just tall kneeling. Interlace those fingers one last time, reaching those shoulders towards the ceiling, and our last little side to side here. Oh, does that feel good? All right, shake it out. Come on up.